Hi, my name is Phil Archer. I'm the Vice President and Acting Public Relations Officer for the Barbados UAV Association, or BUAVA for short. This non-profit association was formed in 2017 in part to serve as an advocacy and support group for the unmanned aerial vehicle, or UAV, community in Barbados. Our mission is to promote interest and participation in the UAV operations sector in Barbados, and most importantly, to promote safety and responsible flying in the UAV community. Drones are now ubiquitous throughout the world and are currently being used in almost every industry, such as film, TV and broadcasting, construction, development and planning, farming and agriculture, deliveries, emergency response and disaster relief, security, healthcare, mapping, and much more. We would like to make a public statement at this time regarding the use of drones in the Barbadian landscape, given a few recent developments concerning the use of drones over the past several days. The first pertains to a very tragic situation where a young spearfisherman went missing at sea on the East Coast on Friday, May 1st, 2020. A public request was made on social media that afternoon by the fisherfolk for drone operators to help with search and rescue mission. 3 drone operators deployed that afternoon and began the search. On Saturday, May 2nd, the search recommenced, and this time at least 5 drone units joined the search, along with the Barbados Coast Guard, volunteer professional divers, fishing vessels and beachcombers, searching the Atlantic Ocean and coastline from Tent Bay, St. Joseph, as far north as Morgan Lewis Beach, St. Andrew. In this theater, drones are the most effective tool to cover vast distances efficiently, thereby aiding surface and underwater crews to better target their resources. Kudos to everyone who dropped everything and volunteered their time and efforts, risking their very expensive and irreplaceable drones, due to the current ban, over the sea in efforts to help find this young man. We would like to take this opportunity to offer the family and friends our very best wishes and support in this very difficult time. Considering this and other search and rescue requests prior to drone restrictions in Barbados, we have now formed a volunteered rapid response unit for those types of situations. No one knows when it will be their turn to rely on such a resource, which we wish to never have to deploy, but now stand ready if we need to. At this time, we already have 12 drone units volunteered to this team within the past 24 hours alone, and we would like to wholeheartedly thank them for their public service. The second development is a recent statement by the Honourable Mia Amor-Motley, Prime Minister of Barbados, regarding the COVID-19 situation, in which she referenced the use of drone technology as a security tool in farming, in tandem with a special police unit being established to fight against the scourge of predial larceny. BUAVA is encouraged by this statement and would like to thank and applaud our Prime Minister for her forward-thinking position. We welcome this and hope that the concept of drones for good can be expanded beyond this. In the fight against COVID-19, other countries have deployed drones to support the medical response, deliver sanitization solutions to cover vast areas, and even as a way to furnish the vulnerable and isolated with supplies without any human contact. Now, a few facts regarding the use of drones in Barbados. On March 1st, 2016, in light of the lack of specific legislation, the previous government administration at the time took the decision to ban the importation of drones into Barbados, as well as suspending the issuance of drone licenses, although existing drone licenses can still be renewed. This ban has now been extended 4 times since, including an announcement made on May 2nd, 2020, whereby the ban has been extended for another 6 months, retroactively from April 1st, 2020. The association, however, finds the policy of a local-only ban puzzling, in that professionals and companies in Barbados are unable to complement and improve their business or service with the legitimate use and/or upgrading of drones. However, individuals and companies from outside of Barbados have been given the opportunity to apply for exemptions to temporarily import drones into Barbados in the very competitive marketplace and then leave with their drones and money earned from their work. We're a country of limited resources, and it makes more sense to us to allow our residents to access technology of this nature first, with which we can help our own. Given this new extension, BUAVA would like to respectfully urge the current administration to allow the Telecommunications Department to issue new licenses to existing UAV owners who who only want to do the right thing to register their current drone equipment for continued activities which can occupy a legitimate space in the creative, industrial, and technological economies. We would also like to request a reconsideration on the ban of parts to service these units, as well as to facilitate Barbadian innovators who operate legitimately within the somewhat restricted industry that currently exists. We would also like to emphasize the importance of drone licensing and registry, as the lack of licensing means that there is little accountability, which has never been our intention. The Barbados UAV Association would like to emphatically highlight that the ban on importation or licensing does not mean that the use of drones is banned in Barbados, and that despite the ban, those who were fortunate enough to have the licenses prior to that ban have been able to operate within an established framework. In this light, we suggest that the draft legislation that was written in 2017 with the stakeholders, key advisors, and the Drone Association be revised, renewed, and passed in order for the ban to be lifted. The Barbados UAV Association is continuing its efforts in furthering the establishment and passing of legislation in Barbados for the safe and legal use and growth of an industry which is currently valued globally at over $127 billion. We very much look forward to working with all stakeholders in the public and private sector in doing our part to help make this happen. Thank you. Stay safe and wash your hands.